morning, girls. How are you? I hope that you are very well. Let's start our lesson. Today is Monday and we are on the 26th of October 2020. First of all, let's identify the outcomes of our lesson. In this class, we are going to 1. Identify some reading strategies, 2. Read the text and answer some comprehension questions. أهداف حصتنا هدول. Now, let's have a quick revision of what we had yesterday. Yesterday, we took some new words. I asked you to memorize these words very well and focus on the meaning. تركزي على المعنى, pronunciation, النطق, and spelling تهجاية الكلمة. Okay, now let's have this exercise as a revision of what we had yesterday. Here we have some definitions and بعض التعريفات. We are going to find the words for each definition from the box. بدنا نلاقي الكلمات المناسبة لهدول التعريف from this box. So please be with me. 1. A written report of events and facts. It's the record. 2. To be different from the usual. It's distinctive. 3. The love that you have for your country. Patriotism. Now, let's move to our lesson. Here we have this reading text, but before having the reading text, we are going to identify the reading strategies of facts and opinions. أول إشي بدنا نتعرف على استراتيجيات القراءة, كيف نميز facts and the opinions. What's the meaning of facts? Facts means حقائق, opinions آراء. كيف بدنا نميز هاي الجملة أو هاي المعلومة بتعرض fact or opinion? Please pay attention. Find out if the information is accurate or not. Information presented as fact often has figures, dates, or places. Figures معناهم شخصيات. These facts can be checked in an encyclopedia. What's the meaning of encyclopedia? موسوعة. Or on the internet. So facts usually include إيش بتضمنوا? Figures, dates, and places. And you can check them in an encyclopedia. موسوعة ممكن تلاقي هاي الفاكتس or on the internet. هدول حقائق ثابتين, ما في مجال يتغيروا من مكان إلى آخر. While the opinions have adjectives that show opinion, بتضمنوا صفات بتعبر عن الرأي, like for example impressive, and verbs that show opinion, وأيضا أفعال بتعرض رأي معين, like believe. Okay, this type of writing usually represents somebody's own thoughts or ideas. So the opinions include إيش بتضمنوا? Adjectives and verbs that show opinion. Verbs that show opinion like believe and think. في عندكم كمان think. لما أحكي I believe, أنا أعتقد, or I think, هون بدي أحكي عن رأيي الشخصي, not a fact. الفacts إذا من أول وجديد, facts include what? Include figures, dates, and places, and you can check them on the internet or in an encyclopedia. While opinions include إيش بتضمنوا? Adjectives and verbs that show opinion. Okay, and they represent the person's own thoughts and ideas. هم بيبينوا الآراء الشخصية للإنسان. كل رأي بيختلف عن الآخر. مثلا for example, I see a girl. أنا بالنسبة إلي this girl is beautiful. For you this girl is not beautiful. عادية. Okay, so these are the reading strategies for facts and opinions. Now let's move to the text. Please look here. What is the title of our text? What is the title of our text? It's Writing from Around the World. Now I will read the text for you and then we will answer some questions. So please pay attention and be with me. Let's start. People started writing thousands of years ago. At first, they wrote records of local trade. This kind of writing wasn't for entertaining an audience in the way stories and poems are. So here I want you to focus on paragraph 1. People started writing thousands of years ago. At first, they wrote records of local trade. What's the meaning of local trade in Arabic? تجارة محلية, local محلي. The kind of writing wasn't for entertaining an audience. What's the meaning of audience? Audience means جمهور. In the way stories and poems are. What's the meaning of poems? شعر. Let's move to paragraph 2. People told stories and poems for entertainment around the world before writing existed. Africa has a long history of storytelling. The most famous African stories are about little animals that use their intelligence to survive against bigger animals. These stories were told from person to person before writing copies were ever made. Writing was used to tell stories across the Middle East before it was used anywhere else in the world. Some of the earliest pieces of literature came from the Middle East. These stories traveled around the world because the writers' skills were so impressive. Reading stories from around the world helped writers to develop their skills by learning from each other over the centuries. So let's discuss some meanings in paragraph 2. People told stories and poems for entertainment. What's the meaning of entertainment? متعة. Around the world before writing existed. Africa has a long history of storytelling. Africa, it's a continent. The most famous African stories are about little animals that use their intelligence. What's the meaning of intelligence in Arabic? ذكاء. To survive against bigger animals. These stories were told from person to person before written copies were ever made. What's the meaning of copies? نسخ. Writing was used to tell stories across the Middle East before it was used anywhere else in the world. Some of the earliest pieces of literature came from the Middle East. These stories traveled around the world because the writers' skills were so impressive. Reading stories from around the world helped writers to develop. What's the meaning of develop? يطور their skills by learning from each other over the centuries. What's the meaning of centuries? اللي هو قرون من الزمان. القرن اللي هو 100 عام. Now let's go to the last paragraph. Many people believe that reading stories from different times and places is a way of understanding and appreciating the variety that exists between centuries. What's the meaning of appreciating? يقدر. The variety يعني التنوع that exists توجد between cultures ثقافات. That's it. Now I want you to look here at this question. Read the article. Do you think writing is important? Do you think writing is important? هون راح تحكي yes or no بس بالطبع yes writing is very important. طب why not؟ ليش writing is very important؟ هذا إلك المفروض أنت تجاوبي بس ممكن نحكي writing is very important to memorize things مثلا عشان نتذكر الأشياء مثلا to record things نسجل شغلات okay to save information عشان نحفظ بعض المعلومات. Now I want you to read the text and do these exercises here. Find these words in the text and guess their meaning. بدك تلاقي هدول الكلمات موجودين بالنص بدك تعرفي شو معناهم أو تحذري شو معناهم. Entertainment means هاي موجودة بلاين 4 studies, understanding or fun. Intelligence means cleverness, physical strength or speed. Literature means old-fashioned paper or written art or stonework. To develop means to find, to forget or to improve. Now, let's go to 4. Read the text again and answer these questions following the reading strategies. 1. What was writing first used for in the past? 2. Find 2 examples of facts and 1 example of an opinion from the text. من النص بدك تعطيني جملة بتحتوي على fact وجملة بتحتوي على opinion. ركزي أخذنا الفرق بين الفاكت والopinion. 3. In your opinion هذا إلك السؤال بدك تجاوبي على حسب رأيك. What are some other benefits of reading stories؟ لقيلي فوائد أخرى. benefits يعني فوائد أخرى من reading stories غير المكتوبين بالنص على حسب رأيك. Name 1 famous Arab writer that you like. بدنا اسم كاتب عربي بتحبيه. Explain why you choose them واحكي ليش. Okay, so I want you to do these exercises 3 and 4 and I will send you the correct answers to check your own answers later. Okay, راح أبعت لك الإجابة النموذجية عشان تصححي إجاباتك. Now I want you to read the text again and find these from the text. بدي تلاقي لي هدول من النص. ركزي find from the text paragraph 1 من الفقرة الأولى. A word that means buying and selling goods and services. بدي إياك تلاقي لي كلمة بمعنى buying and selling goods and services من الفقرة الأولى. بدي كلمة مرادفة لتايب the synonym of type من الفقرة الأولى. They line 1 refers to. they بالسطر الأول على مين بتعود؟ هلأ من paragraph 2 بدي إياك تلاقي their line 6 refers to على مين بتعود؟ it line 9 refers to على مين بتعود؟ their line 12 refers to. بدي تلاقي لي من paragraph 2 a word means 100 years. I'm going to send you the correct answers to check your own answers later. That's it. Goodbye.